Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Nick with Us versus Herd. How's everyone doing today? If you're your first time here, hit that subscribe button. We go live or post a new video at 3:30 p.m. Central every day, or half hour after close. If you want to get notified when we do videos, hit that bell button next to the subscribe button. It'll notify you. Definitely a lot of chatter before we get started here. I see John Logic was here, chatting with you. Nicholas, what's going on? Kung Fu Panda. What's up, Linda, Alex, Crypto Vin? Man, nice to see you all here. Nice to see you guys excited about what we're talking about today, and definitely nice to see familiar faces day in day out. Like the UVH fam has just been amazing. Like been great. Like I can't believe it. Samuel, if this video is a value to you, hit that like button. I definitely would appreciate it. Ahmed, Pierna, hope I said your name right. What's going on? Who's here? That's anyone here that's new right now? Say what's up. These live streams and like Friday, our UVH family chat. I just try to get to know everybody. Today, Wally, what's up? Today, I'm going to be going over some of my trades. I was up about $300 realized profit today. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, we'll call you PB. I'm so sorry. Alex, hope you made some money today. Yeah, so I made about $300 realized profit today. I want to talk about $100 a day profit. This one's geared towards more for options trading for beginners, but we will be going over my trades I did today. We will be going over trades that you guys have any questions on. So let's get to it. Today I closed out. I'm actually reading this off our option trading group. So if you're not a member of our option trading group, the link is below. I post all my trades in there because I actually did a lot of trades today. So I sold Alibaba this morning for 100% gain. I think I made about 125 or 150 on this dip, and glad I did. And then I reloaded. TNDM kind of came together, but I sold too early on that. But I made 100%, 150% gain on this. So I put the trade on for $1.25, and I sold it for like $2.60 or something like that. And I sold it at market open here. Let's see here. Cobra, what's going on? So I sold it at market open here. Then it'd be that, but really what I want to talk about. I also cut my loss on SPY this morning. SPY, I took a $17 loss on SPY, mainly because it came down. It really wasn't falling apart, and I'm glad I did because I had a strangle on there. If you guys have been following my trades over the last few days, I had a strangle on that, and I took it off for $19 loss. And then Snap came together. Snap. Yesterday I bought the $8 puts. I bought 5 of them. Not a huge trade. I was up 100%. And like I said before, like my targets for buying premium is 100%. Manny, what's going on? My targets for buying premium is 100%, and for selling premium is 50%. So I bought the Snap puts for 10 cents or 12 cents, and I sold it today for between 20 cents and 22 cents when it came down here. Probably sold a little bit too early, but I did reload. I bought the 750 puts for next week because this is just a mess. Snap is just a mess. Wally said he got messed up with Tesla, got scared, sold his put. Yeah, Tesla, I'm pretty sure everyone's going to have some questions on. And then I put a trade on Stitch Fix. I don't know if anyone was trading that here. I think was it Hamed that pointed it out yesterday. I remember, and I put on a strangle today. I got the 30 put and the 34 call. It was skewed to like the bearish side, mainly because it was just going down. I actually thought there was like back in here when it was around 30, when it was like bounced between 30 and 31, I actually thought this was going to have some sort of reversal, but it looks like institutions are just offloading this. I mean, this is crazy, down 35%. I mean, it's just crazy. But you know, I know like for beginners, a lot of us we tend to like want to do like $100 a day, $50 a day, you know, $500 a day, and like today I was up over $300 a day. Yesterday I was up $100, and you know, it kind of fluctuates. And like what I tend to lean towards is like not setting goals for yourself like that, because I think that you get set up for failure when you say, I want to make $100 a day, or I want to make $500 a day, or I want to make $1,000 a day, or whatever the case is. You know, you got to be careful about setting up targets like that, and just concentrate on each trade. Like, just concentrate on the trade that you want to make, not how much money you want to make. So, you know, on Alibaba, making 100% for me was great. That turned into $125 gains. You know, making 100% on TNDM was great. Turned out to be $100, $150 in gains. I mean, that was, you know, so that's really what I want to concentrate on. Not necessarily the dollar amount, but, you know, making sure you're hitting your profit goals, making sure you're hitting, you know, your exit strategies. Like if the trade goes against you, like SPY started to go against me today. SPY started to go against me. Like I thought I was going to have a nice down day when we were down here at like 290, 50, and then it just recovered all morning, and then it continued to rip up. And luckily I got out with a small loss. I'm like, if I were to stay in that, probably would have been a $50, $60 loser. And, you know, it's good to have trades on. It's good to have, like right now I have probably a little bit too many trades on right now. You know, right now I think, you know, I'm holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is a little heavy for me. Like I tend to like to hold like 3 to 5 trades at one time, mainly because like you have more control. Like let's say like this morning I was getting out of Alibaba, I was getting out of TNDM, and I didn't really like trading TNDM here. Like if you look at actually, does it show you here? It doesn't show you here. TNDM. So like on one of my accounts, I got a fill for 260, and then I got a fill on this account, actually, TNDM, for 205, just because it was so illiquid. Yes, I made money on it, but it was so illiquid that it was actually hard to make money, or hard to get out of the position for a price that I wanted. I was putting in limit orders, you know, they were getting filled on some of my accounts. The Thinkorswim account didn't get the greatest fill. Like I got 260 on another account, and this account I only got 205. So, you know, that's a $55 difference. And that's why, like, when you're trading liquid stocks versus illiquid stocks, like if you're trading SPY or Facebook or any of that, like you have liquid options like TNDM, like I could have made more money if I held on a little bit longer, like throughout the day. But, you know, I try not to expose myself to that much risk. When I'm up 100%, I get kind of nervous, and I try to take profits off the table, because as you guys know, if you watched my stream on Friday, I did not take profits on Tesla, and I ate the $50. So it was a $150 winner, and it turned out to be a $50 loser. So I'm really this week trying to stick to my guns, stick to my rules, stick to my disciplines, and you know, I'm overall just really grateful for the gains that I get, because if anybody knows, like, gains aren't given in the market, they're earned. It's hard work. It's difficult. You're not just gonna make money just to make money. Like nothing's for free. Like anybody that's been trading for a month or 2 months or a year or 5 years or 6 years or 10 years, whatever the case is, will tell you like gains aren't free in the market. Like when like some traders make it look easy, where they're posting like, oh, I made $1,000 a day, like, or today like, oh, Nick, you made $300 a day, you make it look so easy. Like it's not that easy. Like, you know, you have your ups and downs, and you know, last week I came off a red week. I was down $100 a week, and today I made up for all that, and yesterday we made some gains, so it's all good. But you know, you just got to really stay disciplined. I'm actually wearing my grateful tee here, because I'm just grateful for the gains that I get. So we're rocking the grateful tees for grateful for the profits that we're getting here. Alex says, my goal is to stay positive, not amount. So yeah, like it's best to concentrate on your profit targets and your entry strategy and your exit strategy. So know why you got into the trade, and know what happened. Have a plan to get out, you know, if that trade starts to go against you. Kung Fu Panda says, I went from wanting 100% a day to 50%, then I was like 33%. It's cool. Yeah, so like I said, like you gotta just gotta relax. And like I think I don't know who I was telling yesterday, but I was saying, like, if you get nervous about a trade, or you're starting to get anxious or nervous, or when a position's on, it's time to take that trade off. Like, get that pressure off you, so you can start thinking with a level head, start thinking start understanding why are you feeling nervous about this trade. Is it because you're trading too big? Is it because you're up a lot of money? And usually, like, it's if you get nervous about it, or whether you have gains or you have losses, or you're afraid that maybe this like SPY was making me on edge. Not that I was down a lot of money, that it was going to do a full reversal, and it actually did. It went from red to green. I mean, then we went back to red again, which is kind of choppy. But I'm glad I took this position off, so I took the risk off the table, made me feel better about myself. I did take like a $17 or $18 loss on it, which is not a big deal in the big scheme of things. Would have been a much bigger loss. And then if I would have waited till it got back down here, so like where I took it off initially was in here this morning, like around 9:15 or 9:30. If it went all the way up there and ended up back here like it did today, the option expires tomorrow. Theta would have just ate that option, and I wouldn't be making that much money, so I probably would have lost money. I would have lost more money anyways by holding. So holding was not being rewarded. As you can see, like SPY, SPX closed flat today, and we were down 17 cents, which is like nothing. So Theta would have just destroyed this option because it expires tomorrow. So you just got to take the risk off the table if you're feeling anxious about your profits or your losses. Cobra says, wondering how long you've been trading options for. I've been trading pretty much every day since 2014. So. John says AMD fell off hard. I actually didn't look at AMD. Oh yeah, I think a lot of tech fell. I mean, we had Amazon actually closed down. Tech fell a lot. Amazon actually ripped way down too, from 2010 down to 1970. That's that's $40. Wow, that is crazy. Who else? Google closed down, but only not 89 cents. But the chart doesn't look very good. I mean, that's not as bad as Amazon. But yeah, there's some choppy trading going on right now. Crypto, what's up, man? Oh, you got to go? See ya. IWM, Sammy, driving you crazy. IWM. Yeah, I don't really trade like the Russell or anything like that. Typically, I don't really trade like the small caps and. But this, I don't really trade this. But yeah, this is, yeah, yikes. Yeah, it's been a rough week for most. I think SPY this week, not too bad. But Dow closed up over 100 points, and S&P and Nasdaq actually closed red today, which is kind of interesting. PB, where are you based out of? I'm in the Chicago. I'm in Central Time. So if you're here now, a bunch of people are joining in the stream. If you're here now, say what up. Trying to meet everybody that watches every day. Cam got calls on AMD, and Cam, I think you had a nice trade on Vail, I believe, as well today. AMD. So looking at AMD here, I mean, this just looks really. I mean, for me personally, just looks really dangerous. I was trading it a bit in here. It's a bit choppy. I actually probably wish I traded it today because let's see what those puts are up. Yeah, probably would have been a good day to trade this. I mean, these puts are up 500%, 400%. I mean, that's nice. It's a nice trade if you were short AMD. But like I said, I think I'm a bit extended. Like I said, I only try to have 3 to 5 positions on, and I have like 8 right now. And I'm actually gonna be I'm gonna be away from my desk a little bit tomorrow, and then Thursday I'm gonna be gone from my desk like all day. So I was trying to scale back, but apparently I just saw too many opportunities today. You got to be careful about over trading. And the thing about like hitting your profit targets, you got to be careful not to have so many trades on where like I had on Friday. I had some big gains on Friday, but then my losses actually made me even on the day, like, which was terrible. It was like, what was the point of me getting those gains on those other stocks when I just lost it all on those other ones? I mean, yeah, I lost like on Friday, I lost like $20 overall, but like, what was the point, you know? Crypto Vin, thoughts on MU and NIO. MU, actually, I haven't been trading this. I did trade it a little bit a couple weeks ago. For me, MU looks like a nice little coil action here, nice consolidation. You know, looks like if it can break up above like this 46 level, you know, 50s on deck. Greg, stuck at work, can't even watch. I'll listen though. Yo, Greg, you can always watch these later, but I definitely appreciate you. Man. And might bounce again. Alex put a $30 put yesterday before market close, and it was a good day for me with AMD. Nice, Alex. Ahmed had a 70 put on Roku. Let's see. I think what was Roku? Was ripping? Oh man, yeah. Roku had a huge day. It hit all-time highs yesterday, and nice. Sold it early, could be 100% profit. And that's where the thing. Like, don't feel bad about selling it early. Like, for me, I sold early on Snap. I sold early on TNDM. But like when you have multiple stocks hitting your profit targets or getting close to your profit targets, I mean that really adds up. Like, let's say I only made $50 on Snap. But combine that with my Ababa trade, combine that with my TMDM trade, you make some money. The small things add up. If anybody understands, if you look up compound interest, and small gains over time add up versus risking a huge amount of money. Let's say you were to risk $5,000 and you lost half that. Huge swings in your account balance don't make you feel good. I mean, yeah, you'll go up, but then you'll go down a lot. You'll go up a lot. You'll go down a lot, and like swings like that are not good for your mental health when trading. Maureen, what's going on? Manny had a 187 call for QQQ. I'm sure. Did you take it off? Because I think that's getting a little hurt today. Yeah, a little bit. Kung Fu Panda bought the 6950 calls on AKAM. I don't actually know what that is. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see this trade. Okay, so they have weekly options. The one thing like I was saying with TNDM earlier, just be careful with like the volume. These are low volume. Like most of these weren't even traded today, and the bid and the ask were really wide. Like for me, like TNDM, it took me like 6 orders to get out of that trade, and some of my accounts didn't get as much profit as some of the other ones. So you got to be careful about those low volume. One stock that I put on today was Facebook, and I think we were talking about this the other day, and actually we've been talking about it for quite some time. And I was saying I look for low risk, high reward setups here, and people were asking me like, hey, what do you think about Facebook? What do you think about Facebook? And I said it looks way better at like 160 than it did at like 165 because at 170 just kept getting dropped. Or near 170, 169, 170, just kept getting dropped. So, I put a trade on. I bought the I sold a vertical put spread. I sold the 162.50 put, and I bought the 160 put for $1.30. Whoa. Facebook, where are you? Yeah, $1.37. So my risk is like 113, I believe. So my risk is 113 for next week. I put some like longer duration trades on, mainly because, like I said, this week I'm going to be out a couple days here during trading hours, and I don't want to put on super high risk trades on. So yes, I do have a lot of trades on, but most of them, I think like half of them don't expire this week. So that's nice. Cam got 2-day trades on Robinhood so far, PDT. So yeah, you got to be careful not to overtrade. So one of the things that people say with like small accounts, like if they're under 25,000, and people hit that PDT rule or they get flagged or whatever, like you have to trade with the account size that you're given, and that's you just got to be careful about that PDT rule, because it's not worth, like if you go over your PDT rule, it's not worth that 90-day suspension. It's not worth it. It's not worth the 90 days of gains that you can give up just because you wanted a day trade one extra time that week. Definitely not worth it. Linda was late with a phone call. Well, glad you're here. Definitely appreciate you. Definitely, every day you show up. And you sold your Apple call for a profit. Nice. I actually didn't think, honestly, the way it was looking yesterday, I didn't think Apple was going to go up today, but for your sake, I'm glad that I did. Jeff said someone needs to buy Snap already. So Snap, I bought the 750 puts. I mean, I actually bought stock back in, where was it? back in here. So it dropped from 21 down to like 16. So I bought it down in here, 1640. I'm actually holding this on my Robinhood account. And that position is now down 50%. Luckily, I'm trading options on it, making that money back. I only have, I think, like 20 shares or something like that. So nothing crazy. I think it was like a $300 investment. So, you know, I'm getting those on the puts. I'm getting that money back on the way down, I guess. You know, I don't know. Like I was saying yesterday, I don't know why they're not doing anything about this. Like why does anyone know anything about this? Like why are they not, like why is the CEO not saying anything? I mean, it just every day for the last week we've been hitting new all-time lows, new yearly lows, all-time lows. I mean, is this going down to 5? Is it going down to 4? I mean, what's the plan here? I mean, what are they doing? Mudclime, do you have any tutorial vids on learning options for Robinhood? So I do have a lot of tutorials. I can send you the links, or if you go on, or if you're in our options trading group, join that. I'll send you a message on Facebook, or hit me up on Twitter or Instagram. The links are below to my profiles, and I'll send you links to pretty much. I've done so many videos on Robinhood. It's ridiculous. Like how to buy calls, how to buy puts, how to do iron condors, how to sell a call credit spread, how to sell a put credit spread. There's a lot of videos I did, so I can send you those links if you hit me up. Some of the other trades I did today. So Facebook, I put another on Alibaba. What I liked on Alibaba when it came down here, actually it was like consolidating. So before, so this morning, Alibaba was really just sitting flat here. After I took my profits, it's really just sitting flat here. And I found another position. I bought the 162.50 call, and I bought the 155 put for $1.41, and it was skewed to the bullish side. So it was trading for like 158, 159 at the time, and I thought it was going to go up. I really wasn't expecting it to rip up like that. I thought maybe tomorrow would gap up a couple bucks and I would be able to get out for like, you know, 50 to 100% gains, but you know, that was just crazy. So I know I talk about Alibaba a lot, but right now it's just been in play because if you look right here, look how much it's gapped up or gapped down in the last like 3 weeks. Like look at those gaps right there. That's just amazing. Like it keeps going on, and the expected move for Alibaba. The expected move for Alibaba is only $4, and usually like $4 is kind of high on the weeklies. It's usually around like $3, low $3, like $3.50. Right now it's going for $4, so they're expecting a good move. I mean, if we gap up like $4 tomorrow, that's gonna be looking really nice. But for some reason they keep underpricing the options in Alibaba. Maybe because I think it's going to consolidate down here. I don't actually know, but we're getting some good deals on Alibaba options right now. And like part of the ways to make gains or make consistent gains in the market is understanding when you're getting a good deal on options and when you're not getting a good deal on options, and when you should buy options and when you should sell options. Like Alibaba, I bought options. On Facebook, I sold options. So that'll definitely help you out become a profitable trader. Cam says any way around PDT, you need 25K. That's it. Or if you want, there's certain products like you could trade Forex and you could trade futures, but I don't really like trading Forex, and I do trade futures from time to time, but you don't. It's a lot of capital that you need for small gains in futures. I do trade futures options from time to time, like as you can see here, I trade gold and oil from time to time. I trade those future options, so the PDT rule doesn't count for futures. John says, how in Robinhood when you sell a put, how do you know when you aren't asked to buy? Say if XYZ is at $10 and I put at $8, if it never hit $8, will I keep my money? So John, you're saying you're selling a put for so if the stock is $10 and you sell, let's take Snap for an example. Just to kind of, it's about 10 bucks. So let's just take Snap for example. So let's go into the monthlies here. So stock's trading at 8.18, and let's say I sold these 750s puts here for 12 cents. You know, I saw 12, 13 cents. So I sold this put for 12 cents. So I get a $12 credit in my account. Now, if it never hits down to 750, or when it gets down to 750 and it bounces back up before expiration, if it expires out of the money, if this put expires out of the money, the 750 put, I get to keep my whole credit. Now, you typically don't want to do that, mainly because like the longer that you hold an option, the longer that you're having risk on. So as soon as, like, let's say Snap were to move up, let's say 750. So when selling options, like I said before in this video, selling options, my profit target is 50%. So let's say it moved up to, like, you know, went from $8.18 up to $9 here, and then my 750 put was only worth 6 cents. That's probably when I would take that position off. It's rare that I would ever let it go. I'd ever let it go to expiration. And like something like Snap, let's say like, you know, it was the day of expiration. It's Friday, and you close. You know, you're out of the money, and then something before market hours, some press release came out and it tanked down to like $5. If it tanked down to like $5, something like that, you know, you're going to be out $250 for that. So just keep that in mind. If it falls in the money, the longer that you hold the position on, the longer that you're holding under risk. So you can eliminate that risk at any time you want. It's better to set profit targets than letting it expire outside the money. But if it does expire outside of the money, yes, you do get to keep the whole credit. Cameron says, what key signs indicate consolidation? So it's just consolidation just means it's accumulating at the same price for a long period of time. And let's go to Twitter. So consolidation, let's go back into the chart here. If you look at consolidation, now consolidation doesn't necessarily mean that's going to go up. Consolidation does mean that it's just going to settle in at a price and determine whether it wants to go up or down, depending on what the catalysts are. So consolidation, looking at Twitter here, from like 7:30 all the way to 8:17. This is what you could call a consolidation period, where the stock barely moves over a day. So from 7:31 all the way to August 20th, so almost like 3 weeks, it moved between $31 and $32 and just kind of bounced around. That's what consolidation looks like. And you can see it back in here as well. A couple areas of consolidation, you know, back in December in here, and down in here, and then down in here. Actually, I don't know if you can see that because I can minimize myself here. So consolidation, just periods that the stock stays the same. Now, as for Twitter, like, it consolidated, and yes, it ripped up. But then, as you can see, it retraced, and then it actually broke that consolidation, which is pretty bearish for the stock then. So poor Twitter. Poor all social media stocks. I mean, RIP. Glenn, do you have to pay more than KID price at the straddle? Mid price. Do you have to pay more than mid price at that straddle? I don't know what you mean. So when I put a position on, I always shoot for mid price on the option. So like if I'm trading Alibaba, let's go to Alibaba. You know, that's why it's good to trade like liquid options. I'm always looking for like mid price. So like, let's say if I were to put this position on right now, I'd be looking, like, the puts are trading for between 39 and 42. I'd be trying looking like 40 cents here. I try to get a 40 cents in the put, and I try to be getting like 97, 98 on these calls. The calls are trading between 96 and a dollar here. So I'd be I always try to get mid price on whatever it is that I'm doing. Any advice on watch tomorrow for options? So like I said, like for tomorrow, I did put a position on. I think that Facebook is in play. Now, I think if it doesn't bounce here, let's say it goes down to 155. I mean, this is in a very dangerous zone right now. Close below 160. 160 was my target, so I put that position on because, you know, like we were talking about consolidation here. I was looking in here to put the position on and looking for it to go to like 165, 170. It did close below 160, which is kind of dangerous. But, you know, what kind of gave me hope was today when SPY and all those were kind of crashing, it came down, but it didn't really go down that much. You know, really this whole afternoon it bounced from 160 to like 160.50 and kind of just did nothing the whole day until, like, you know, right at close. and then after hours it's kind of come up a little bit. But the one thing that I would be looking at, like I did put, so anything that I put a position on for today, I'll be looking at for tomorrow. So Stitch Fix is definitely in play. When you have a 15% down day or $35% down day, $15% loser, you know, things like that doesn't happen all the time. I never traded Stitch Fix. Sorry, that's hard to say. I pretty much traded this from a chart standpoint. So you're like, when it comes to trading options, you don't have to know the ins and outs of like every company. You don't have to know what's going on with every company. You know, when you trade options for a long time or for a long period of time, you can trade just off the charts alone. You know, and look for areas of support and resistance. And most people are like, hey, do you use like RSI or, you know, MACD or SMA and all that? And like for me, honestly, I mostly just look for areas of support and resistance. Sometimes I will look up, you know, like what the simple moving average is or what the 200 moving average is. But like with too much data, you got to be careful because it kind of skews your initial thoughts. Like you can make anything look like anything. Like all these indicators, it could either be bullish or bearish. And like at the end of the day, like you're just putting more data in your brain to kind of confuse you. Still holding, Cam says he's still holding on BBB, 950 put. Nice. So I don't know. Like I said the other day, last time it was 950 was in July 31st. It's gonna be a tough one, but with some downward momentum like this, if you get some nice panic sellers, I mean, it could work out for you. I don't know what your average is. Thoughts on OGEN? Let's see, John. Oh wow. So I normally, if it doesn't have options, I don't trade it. Like for me, I'm solely an option trader unless I'm trading long-term stocks. And like I think I talked about this yesterday, where I don't really trade penny stocks. I mean, I actually never trade penny stocks because I think there's way easier ways to make money in the market. Like this is up 123% today, but I mean, I made over 100% on pretty much every position I have, and I can repeat that. Like penny stocks, I don't like. I've done some videos on this, like penny stocks versus options. I did a couple months ago, where penny stocks is not as repeatable as options. Like Alibaba, I've been milking for like 3 weeks in a row, making 100% over 100% over 100%. And like OGEN, like if you can't do the same with OGEN or any other penny stock. I mean, yes, you can do it with other penny stocks, I guess, but there's a lot more work to understanding what the catalysts were and all that. Like Alibaba, I know what the catalysts are, and I know like the Chinese stocks are in play right now, and with options, I can keep milking that for a while. Hamed says, can you make a video on 5 of the top 10 mistakes you have made trading options, or 5 to 10 things you wish you would have known before options trading, maybe for the weekend? Yeah, actually, let me copy and paste that chat here, because that is actually a pretty good video idea. I do talk a lot about my mistakes. Like on Friday, I was talking about my mistakes, and yesterday I was talking about like not dwelling on your mistakes or even on your winners as well. But yeah, I definitely can do that. That's actually a really good idea, so I definitely appreciate it. If you guys have any video ideas or you want to see in the future, just definitely drop them in the chat here. Crypto Slice says Ichimoku Cloud is the best chart indicator. My fairly simple to understand. Yeah, I mean, I do understand that, but for me, honestly, but that's just my preference. You know, everyone has to understand what works for them, what doesn't work for them, and if the indicators are working for you and you're making consistent profits, then stick with it. PB says, how did you learn to trade options? So trial and error. I've paid my tuitions in the market. School of Hard Knocks here. Like I've learned a lot. Just by experience. Like for me, honestly, I learned from hands-on experience, and this is just some people learn in like a classroom setting. I learn more hands-on and like what works for me. Like a lot of people's, and I also understand, or I also found that what a lot of the option trader gurus or those other people that trade, like it didn't fit what I wanted or how I wanted to trade. Like I couldn't trade like them. I couldn't. So I just kept trading, and because I knew that I could make this work. I knew that I could be a profitable trader. I knew that this is what I wanted to do. Like deep down, this is what I wanted to do. So I kept at it. And, you know, over the years, it took a long time. Over the years, you understand now what makes money and what doesn't make you money, and you need that experience. And yes, there's a lot of new traders that do get lucky with buying calls and puts and stuff like that, but eventually, like over a 3-year time span or 4-year time span, if they keep gambling like that and think they know better than the market, they're eventually going to give all those profits back. Can you look at Jess T says, can you look at BBY? I thought there was a support around 77.35, but it broke right through it. What do you think? I was considering buying a 3-day $80 strike. For me, hold on. For me, I don't think, like, this is my opinion. I mean, you can obviously do what you want. I mean, it's got crushed today. I mean, this is almost 5%. Was there news? Does anybody know? I actually wasn't following Best Buy today. Oh, I think, was there news like Amazon, you know, raised their wages? I think there was some stupid CNBC thing that Amazon raised the minimum wage they're paying people $15 an hour, and it's crushing retail stocks, but I don't actually know if that's the catalyst here. But this is, wow. But actually, like, what I would do, I don't think I would buy an $80 call for me personally. Obviously, this is my opinion. You know, you can do what you want, but, you know, for 3 days out, you know, I'd be looking for some sort of hedge position. I mean, this went down $3 today. IV's probably through the roof. Actually, not too bad, but, you know, it is going up. You know, but I mean, what I would be looking at, like, if it's in the area of support down here, like 74. If it comes down to the 74 area, you know, it could be going up to 78. But as you can tell, like, if you could tell from Best Buy looking at the chart here, it's not a quick mover. I mean, like a bar like today doesn't happen very often for Best Buy. I mean, it had some nice, you know, the went up before earnings and then it crashed down at earnings, but really just in the same range here. So I don't know if it would go up right away, if it would just consolidate here for some time, or if it's really going lower down to like 68 area, which would be a little dicey. But it looks like it's bounced off this like 68 area a couple times, like right here, and then right in here, right in here. So I would, honestly, for me, I would be a spectator before I'd be putting money in here to determine which way this wants to go. And it looks like it was knocking on 80's door here for a couple days here. 1, 2, 3, like 3 days, and then got rejected, and now we're down here. So I would definitely be careful with the $80 calls if it were me. Cam says NIO bullish. NIO. But this does look like something I would be interested in, so I'll definitely keep an eye on it for the next couple of days. NIO, I have no idea what. Yeah, I mean, the options are trading here. Like, these puts are trading, the calls are not trading. The calls are trading here, but monthly options, I mean, I have no idea what this company does. Doesn't look like it's going very well for them, whatever is going on. So I guess what they had their IPO back in September and just kind of going down. Doesn't. Oh, NIO is Chinese is Tesla. Oh, I do remember this. So that, yeah, this is a new stock. Looks like it trades. I mean, what might not be a bad idea if you were going to do something. But if I were going to do something, it'd probably be at these like 45 days. I don't think I would do anything for 17 days. I would probably do something like in the 45 area. But it's gone down. I mean, if it goes down to like the low fives, I don't know, maybe. Kung Fu Panda, how many stocks do you keep in your watch list? I go through FinViz screenly nightly looking for technical patterns, but it's not efficient. So Kung Fu Panda, so I keep pretty much what I have here. I mean, how many is this? Well, you can't see all of them, but I keep like 20 on deck, and the ones that I'm most interested in, and the stocks that I trade a lot. So like, I have my core stocks, as you can see here, which I trade a lot, like Alibaba, Tesla, Facebook, Amazon, Chipotle, Square, Facebook, Shopify, Nvidia. Like I trade these, like I have my core and I kind of scan through these to see if there's anything going on. And the nice thing about options, like I was saying earlier, like on Alibaba versus like a penny stock or something like that, is you could trade the same. Once you understand, like each stock has their own personality. Once you understand like what makes them go up or down and what catalysts they respond to, you can definitely use that to your benefit. I do use like option scanners and like for Stitch Fix. Like the only reason why I put a trade on this is because the down move was so significant and the option pricing came in pretty nice for a strangle. So it made my risk low putting a strangle on Stitch Fix, that it just made sense for me to do that. So I pretty much have like 20 to 30 on my watch list, and I really trade these actively throughout the year. Like last year I was trading Amazon and Google a lot, and I was just pretty much selling put spreads because they kept going up like every day. But I'm not really trading them that much anymore because I find that there's better opportunities in the market for options traders. So I hope that answered your question. Abel, what's going on? What client? So around April, if I should expect to get a form from Robinhood for tax purchases to give to my agent, is that simple, paying taxes on capital gains? So I'm not a tax expert or anything, but if the code works like this. So if you hold something for longer than a year, it doesn't matter if it's stock or if it's options. If you're holding something for more than a year, you get taxed on long-term gains. If you're holding something for less than a year, which most options traders are, you're taxed on short-term gains, whatever bracket you're in. Jess says if you have a really strong feeling that it's going to push up a bit, even if it doesn't hit the strike price, would you make a profit even if you buy a call that only has like 5-ish days left? So I've talked about this before a couple times where let's say let's go to Best Buy, and let's say I bought these weekly options on Best Buy. Let's say I bought this $80 call. It's only 5 cents right now, so that's not going to be a great example. But let's say, because that's 5 cents. I mean, at this point, you're not gonna lose a whole lot on that. But let's talk about that SPY trade I had on earlier. SPY. So SPY had a strangle on SPY, right, for tomorrow's expiration. And I closed it out. I closed it out today for like a $20 loser, mainly because it wasn't going down anymore, and it came back up, and I sold it for like a $20 loss. So I had my position was I had the SPY. So I had the 292 put and the 293 call, and I was in the money. And what you got to be careful of is something like this. Like let's say it went down, it went up, and then it came back, and it expires like tomorrow or a couple days out. Like Theta would have just destroyed that. So instead of being down $20 like I was at like near the open, I probably would have been down like $50, $60 near the end of the close. Even though the price didn't change the same, or even if it went up, like if it went up to 292.50, I'd be down money too. So you just got to be careful about Theta, and like the closer you are to expiration, you're going to start losing money faster if it's out of the money. What did you say? Stitch Fix. It's Stitch Fix. Stitch is SFIX. So SFIX. And the only reason why I traded it, like I said, it had nice pricing come in, and now we're back down here. So I'm probably looking at. I actually didn't think it was going to hit 28.94 today. So my target down here, if it comes down here 27 area, I'm probably gonna take it off. Actually, probably tomorrow at open, whatever happens, I'm gonna take that out. Logic says Theta only matters when buying. No, Theta. I mean, whether Theta impacts the option whether you're buying or selling premium. You always got to take Theta into account, because Theta, when you're selling premium, Theta works for you. When you're buying premium, Theta works against you. It's always a two-sided thing. Jess says, okay, thanks. I haven't made a call yet, so I'm not sure how much Theta affects the price. So if you look at, let's go into Theta. I have it right here. So tomorrow, so Theta on these, let's say these Best Buy puts right here, the $75 puts, Theta is -11, and they're trading at like 88 cents here. So tomorrow at open, Theta will eat this 11 cents. So it'll go down to 77 cents. Is how it works. Obviously if the price doesn't stay the same, if the option price stays the same. Now if you open up at, let's say like 72 tomorrow, obviously this is going to be worth more because the 11 cents the gains here outpace your loss in Theta. So if you sell, it works for you. Yes. So if you're selling premium, it works for you. But you have to understand, like I said before, you have to understand when to buy premium. You have to understand when to sell premium. So like I said, I bought premium on Alibaba and I sold premium on Facebook. So today. So we're coming up on 45 minutes. Anyone have any last minute questions? You know, these streams are slowly getting longer and longer, but there's actually everyone's tuning in for like the whole feed. So I definitely appreciate you. I mean, I can't believe people actually tune in for 45 minutes of talking with me about stocks, but I definitely appreciate you guys. I mean, it's great to talk about stocks after the market closes. By the way, it's hard to see the numbers. The video quality is only 480p. Yeah, so I've actually been working on that. So for some reason, when I stream on YouTube, it only allows me 480p. I have a super fast internet connection, everything. I don't know if it's something. I don't know if it's something on YouTube side or what, but I'm trying to work out that issue. I do notice that, like when I pre-record, if I pre-record a video with the same exact setup that I have here, you know, I'm getting 1080p, 720p, and they'll have like a nice little HD symbol. But for some reason, when I stream, even if I have it at the highest quality stream settings, it doesn't stream HD. So I'm working through that. So Jess, I'm sorry about that, but I'm working on it. So. But definitely appreciate you guys. Like I said, I have video content for you. I don't know if I'll be live tomorrow or not. We'll see depending. I got a couple appointments, and then Thursday definitely won't be live, just so you know. But I do have content pre-recorded for you guys to come out for those next couple days and for the weekend. So we're pushing out content just for you guys, and I appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much. If it's your first time here, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button for me. Mud Client, I did answer that question for you. So go back and hit replay when I'm getting off. I'm jumping off right now. So hit that replay. I answered your question. So you guys have a great day. Stay green, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.